I'm in Africa on an extraordinary journey. I'm travelling from one side of the continent to the other across mountains, savanna and deserts. I'm going to get up close to its most amazing animals and meet some incredible characters. I'm getting a unique view of this wonderful place because I'm travelling with my pilot, Robin Batchelor, in a hot air balloon named Daisy. I'll see things I wouldn't see any other way. But it's not all plain sailing on my African balloon adventure.
Okay, and we'll stop.
I'm on an epic journey across Africa, exploring the timeless story of man's relationship with wild animals. I've flown over the vast plains of the Serengeti in Tanzania, and now I'm heading to the mountains of Rwanda and the world-famous Victoria Falls in Zambia. On my way, I'm going to track a leopard using 21st century technology. I'll visit an elephant orphanage to see how two victims of poaching are getting on. And I'll have a close encounter with the king of the jungle. But my adventure continues high up in the volcanoes of Rwanda, home to the reclusive and endangered mountain gorilla. Poaching has helped drive them to the verge of extinction. Having already encountered these astonishing creatures, I'm shocked anyone could harm them, and I want to meet the man who's pioneering a unique scheme to protect the gorillas by turning poachers into gamekeepers. He's former tracker Edwin Sabuhoro, and he's leading me deep into the bamboo forest as we search for a gorilla group. It's a tough trek, and it feels to me like we're going round and round in circles. But Edwin's experience tells him otherwise.
Do we know how close we are to the group?
Yeah, now you can smell them.
Yeah?
Smell the scent, the good perfume. So we are just 10 minutes away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's plod on.
Edwin's brought along Barura, a Batwa pygmy who used to poach gorillas in these mountains. Now he's helping to protect the very animals he once killed. One more push and the creatures we've been searching for all day are right there in front of us. We found a group of females and their babies. But it looks like we might be intruding.
Stand up, stand up. That was the closest I've ever been to a gorilla. It was quite amazing. I think we were a little too close for comfort, so they've moved to higher ground. So we'll follow them.
We trek a little higher up and the gorillas seem more relaxed now. Baby gorillas are sometimes poached in order to be sold to private zoos. To steal a baby, adult gorillas will have to be killed by the poachers as they'll fight to the death to protect their young. Edwin describes the turning point in his fight to protect these animals. Hearing that a stolen baby gorilla was for sale, he went undercover pretending to be a buyer.
We had the news that there was a baby gorilla that was poached. So somebody was selling a baby gorilla on the market. So the idea was to rescue the baby gorilla, but how do we rescue the baby gorilla safely? So I had to disguise as a potential buyer from Kenya, and they were selling that at $2,000 US, a baby gorilla. So I saved the baby gorilla, and I had to find what can we do? Why do they poach?
To break the cycle of poaching, Edwin poured his life savings into a project to find local people an alternative.
If you are living around here, you have no food, your children are starving, your family is starving, what would you do? The answer was I will poach. I will do it, my children will do it, my grandchildren will do it. And I found out that what was missing is the economic scale, that once we are telling them to stop, what would they do?
Edwin set up a scheme to find local villagers work in tourism, and poaching has now dropped by a staggering 60%.
So you have people who have been poaching for 40 years, like Barolos, stopping poaching, giving in their tools, and that's how we start with them.
How has Barora's attitude changed? How does he feel when he sees the gorillas now?
nakane intambara iteye ubwo turorera kongera gusubira mu ishyamba intambara iteye.
He's saying that he's very, very happy to see them now, when he's not a poacher, but also with this opportunity to come with us and see the gorilla.
Someone very interested in your story.
So if you just look straight in the eyes of the baby gorilla, that's when you know they need our protection.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you both. It's a wonderful program and a wonderful story. Thank you.
Climbing up the mountain was tough, but going down is even harder.
It's times like this you really miss the balloon. And the trouble is, just when you've got a hand grip on something you think is solid, it comes away in your hand because it's a dead piece of bamboo.
Before I leave the Volcanoes Park, Barora says goodbye, Batwa Pygmy style.
Thank you. Well, I don't think you can beat that for a finale. I'm lost for words.
It's good to know that Edwin's project to turn poachers into gamekeepers is working, safeguarding the gorillas and helping the people who live around the park. From the Volcanoes National Park, it's 150 miles to Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, where I've promised a favour to a group of very special kids. The Pamasor Orphanage, home to 75 children from toddlers to teenagers, have asked if Robin and I will lay on a balloon flight as a special treat. But first I'm invited to have a look around the place.
Is this your room? Which is your bed? This one, top bunk. Yay.
Pamasor, like all orphanages in Rwanda, is full of children traumatised by the horrific events of the Rwandan genocide. Added to the catastrophic spread of HIV and AIDS, it's left the country with one of the world's highest proportions of orphans.
Right. Now you're in trouble.
It's hard to imagine what these children have been through. In the orphanage, surrogate families are formed, with the older kids looking after the little ones. Pamasor is unique in the use it makes of animals. On site are a herd of cows and nearly 100 rabbits. The cows produce milk for the orphanage, and the rabbits provide much-needed protein for the children. Caring for the animals is one of the ways in which these emotionally scarred kids are brought out of themselves. In this simple but amazing project, the animals don't just provide much-needed food. Dung from the cows and rabbits fuels the cookers in the orphanage's kitchens. Having seen what makes Pamasor unique, I'm keen to put a smile on the faces of some of these extraordinary kids by taking them up in our balloon. This is going to be a first. No one's ever flown a hot air balloon in Rwanda. The lack of open spaces means we're going to have to do a tethered flight from the local football pitch, but I don't think that worries the kids.
So you're as high as the birds.
Have a look over the side.
Well,
So there's Kigali. And you might be the first people ever to go in a balloon in Kigali.
In Kigali.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Heroes.
Heroes of the sky.
Yeah.
The spirit and resilience of the children at Pamasor is extraordinary. But now I'm off to meet some very different orphans. I'm on an extraordinary journey across Africa with a hot air balloon. I began by flying over the wide open plains of the Serengeti in Tanzania. I've travelled to the mountains and dense jungles of Rwanda, and now I'm in Zambia, nearing the halfway stage of my journey. My next destination is the huge Kafue National Park, the second largest game reserve in Africa. Poaching is on the increase in Kafue, especially of elephants for their ivory tusks. I'm here to meet Sport Beatty, who runs an elephant orphanage, set up to deal with the problems caused by poaching. The orphanage's youngest residents are 2-year-olds Chamalandu and Chidoba.
When Chidoba came to us, the oldest one, I mean, he was nearly dead. And when they gave him to us, they said, look, just, give him a chance. He's probably going to die, but at least give him a chance. And through the attention of the keepers, you'll see the condition he's in today. And so that's testament to the fact that what we're doing is working. We have a really good team of keepers.
Sport's long-term plan is to get them back into the wild, and human contact is kept to a minimum. So I feel privileged that I'm going to get up close to them. But first, a change of clothes.
So they're used to these, are they?
Yeah, we use these every
I can
time.
tell
The keepers spend the most time with the elephants, so the elephants know them very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
We just wear these. Whenever we come to see the elephants, we wear this, and you'll see it's got all this saliva on
Oh,
it.
yes.
So it's just a bit of
Few
familiarity.
autographs.
Yeah.
No.
So if you just wear that, and they'll just help them to get to know you a bit quicker.
Right.
So Dr. Parsons comes and visits us every sort of 3 months, unless there's a problem. Dr. Parsons, this is Stephen.
Nice to meet you.
It's an amazing transformation. He was just a collapsed skeleton, skin and bones, literally. And he's doubled in size and weight in those months that he's been here. Come on, lift up. Come on, have a look. There we go. You can see inside your mouth. Beautiful pink membranes. He's in good shape. Tusks are growing well. That's a sure sign of good health. Anyway, you remember me? I'm the one who sticks needles in you. Yeah, you don't like that, do you?
There it is, gone.
In the wild, young elephants stay for up to 12 years with their mothers and rely heavily on the family group. So these 2 orphans need a lot of TLC. Their keepers give them round-the-clock attention, even getting up in the middle of the night for milk feeds.
This is an eating machine. From the moment you let him out his stall, straight.
That must be a great relief to you.
Yeah. You just watch his face. His eyes start.
Going a bit dreamy.
This is his chocolate for the day.
Yeah.
This is the girl.
Hello, young lady. There's some more coming your way.
Here we go.
She was found next to her mother, who'd been shot by poachers.
She was there at the same time?
She was right next to her mother.
Yeah. Because it's not just an urban myth about their memory, is it? It must have been awful.
Yeah.
Every day, Chamalandu and Chidoba go walkabout. Their keepers take them into the bush, hoping that one day they'll strike up a relationship with some wild elephants